Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to discuss the concept of for whom to produce. As yesterday I discussed the concept of what to produce, how to produce. What to produce, as I tell you, refers to whereas producer cannot produce everything he wishes to produce. As resources are limited, definitely he has to focus upon to produce those goods where he feel he will get maximum profit. And consumer has also a choice. He can also purchase only those goods where he feel he will get maximum satisfaction. And I tell you, producer has the opportunity to produce both consumer and capital goods. Second one, how to produce. How to produce, as I tell, refers to choice of technique of production. Labor intensive technique, capital intensive technique. Means producer can utilize both labor intensive technique and capital intensive technique. But as per the one point I will add up, as per the labor intensive technique, labor intensive technique, it is beneficial for the Indian country, for India, beneficial for India. If you raise question why is labor intensive technique beneficial for India? Because in India, majority of people, at least 70% of population are belonging to agriculture sector. Agriculture sector. Is to provide them employment opportunity. Labor technique is the best. Labor intensive technique is best. As compared to capital intensive technique. Capital intensive technique. Capital intensive technique. It is only beneficial for the developed countries like USA. Yeah, which is going to be developed in future. China. China. They can utilize capital intensive technique, but it is not beneficial in the context of India. For producer who is manufacturing goods and service, in Indian context, best is to prefer labor intensive technique so that it will reduce the unemployment rate. Unemployment rate in the economy. This was the one point which I forgot yesterday to continue. Now, today we will take another concept, last one in this topic. For whom to produce? For whom to produce? For whom to produce? For whom to produce? Generally refers to a set of buyers. As in economy, there are rich people and poor people. Poor people. These are two categories of people in every economy. Producer has to produce goods for both rich and poor. But Problem lies producer, or I can tell you another term for understanding purpose, manufacturer, who manufactures goods and service, who converts raw material into final goods and service. He becomes inclined towards rich people. Rich people. Yes, rich people. Why? Because he will he will sold out luxurious cars, luxurious goods and services. This will help him to get maximum profit, to get maximum profit. Means he will focus less towards the poor people, low quality goods. To balance this, to balance this between rich and poor, government intervenes. Government intervenes. So I will write here. Government intervenes to provide subsidies and tax breaks. Tax breaks. To provide subsidies and tax breaks, so that there will be not injustice with the poor people. As you know, in generally when we buy or purchase rice from the rice shop, definitely we are getting subsidy. Poor people are getting subsidies, or less tax had to pay to the poor people to different essential commodities. That is what for whom to produce. Produce has to produce for rich and poor people, but he will never differentiate between have and have nots. So intervention of the government becomes necessary to provide justice to the poor people in the form of subsidies and in the form of tax breaks. Means government tries to maximize the social welfare. Welfare. This is a main objective of government. Otherwise, producer will try to exploit the poor population. Now I will write down the statement of this. How far whom produce refers refers to different sets of buyers, sets of buyers. Rich and poor. As producer has to produce, as producer has to produce producer has to produce different goods and service for both, right, for both rich and poor, but he will be inclined towards towards rich people, towards rich people. For what purpose? As he will get maximum profit. I will write in bracket maximization of profit. As when he inclined toward the more yes rich people, he will get maximum profit. To yes, to provide justice, to provide yes, provide justice between rich and poor, government intervenes. Government government intervenes in the form of in the form of to provide subsidies, subsidies and tax tax breaks to the poor population, to the poor population. Otherwise, it is not difficult for the producer or manufacturer to exploit the poor population, as poor population has not enough money to buy the luxury cars. So to make yes, so to provide justice to the poor population, government intervene in the form of to provide subsidies and tax breaks to the poor population. This was a little bit concept remaining from the yesterday's topic for whom to produce. Now in next lecture, inshallah, tomorrow I will discuss the solution to these problems. How to solve these problems, what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, how to provide solution to these problems. Till that time, you have to wait and watch. I will be coming soon. Hope for the best. Take care. Thanks. Have a nice day.